LiAngelo Ball gives props to Shedeur Sanders for handling the pressure of father's legacy, knows how to play. LiAngelo Ball recently made headlines after showing love to Colorado Buffaloes quarterback Shedeur Sanders, praising the young star for how he's handled the immense pressure of following in his father's footsteps. Coming from someone who knows exactly what it's like to grow up under the spotlight of a famous sports dad, LiAngelo's comments hit deep, and fans are loving the respect between these two sons of outspoken sports icons. For those who might not know, both LiAngelo and Shedeur grew up in the shadow of their larger-than-life fathers. LiAngelo, of course, is part of the famous Ball family, sons of LiAngelo Ball, the man who took over basketball headlines for years with his bold claims, big baller brand empire, and his dream of seeing all three sons, Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo, make it to the NBA. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders is the son of Deion coach Prime Sanders, the NFL legend who became one of the biggest names in college football after taking over as head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes. Both sons were raised not just in the limelight, but in the middle of media storms, expectations, cameras, and constant comparisons. So when LiAngelo Ball recently opened up about Shedeur's poise and maturity, it wasn't just empty praise. It came from someone who truly understands the grind, the scrutiny, and the unique challenges that come with being the coach's kid. In an interview clip that's gone viral, LiAngelo said, "Shedeur knows how to play. You can tell he's been around the game forever. The pressure don't get to him. He's just doing his thing, like it's natural. I respect that." That statement speaks volumes. For LiAngelo, who has been through his own journey of public highs and lows, from being part of UCLA's highly touted recruiting class to the controversial shoplifting incident in China, and later fighting for an NBA roster spot, seeing another athlete handle family pressure with confidence clearly hit home. Shedeur Sanders, meanwhile, has become one of the most talked-about college athletes in the nation. Whether it's his calm demeanor on the field, his polished post-game interviews, or the way he represents Team Prime, Shedeur has embraced the spotlight, and the critics, with a level of composure that few young athletes possess. He's not just living up to his father's legacy, he's building his own. And that's what LiAngelo seemed to admire most. The way Shedeur plays, smooth, smart, and under control, mirrors the type of maturity that comes from years of preparation and understanding how to carry a name that's already famous before you ever touch the field. LiAngelo explained that growing up with a father like LiAngelo prepared him for a lot, but it also created challenges. When people see the last name Ball, they already have an opinion. You can't just be good, you got to be great. Every mistake gets magnified. But that's what makes you tougher. I can see that same thing in Shedeur. Those words resonated with fans across social media, with many praising LiAngelo for showing love instead of competition. One fan wrote, "Respect to Jello, this is real talk from someone who lived that same pressure." Another commented, "Two sons of legends who kept pushing even when people doubted them, that's what sports is all about." What's even more interesting is how the Ball family and Sanders family stories parallel each other in so many ways. Both LiAngelo Ball and Deion Sanders are outspoken, media-savvy, and fearless when it comes to promoting their kids. Both have been criticized for being too much, but both have produced results. Lonzo Ball became a top 2 NBA draft pick. LaMelo Ball is now one of the NBA's brightest young stars. And even though LiAngelo's path has been less straightforward, he's kept working, still playing and chasing his basketball dreams while building his brand. Shedeur Sanders, on the other hand, has thrived under his father's guidance. From dominating at Jackson State to transferring to Colorado and immediately becoming the face of college football's new era, Shedeur has shown that he's not just living off his last name, he's proving why it matters. LiAngelo's acknowledgement also reflects a deeper respect between two families that know what it takes to turn pressure into performance. It's not easy being compared to greatness every day. When your dad is Deion Sanders, a 2-time Super Bowl champion and Hall of Famer, every pass you throw is measured against perfection. When your dad is LiAngelo Ball, who famously said all 3 sons would make the NBA, every game you play is under a microscope. That's why LiAngelo's praise hits differently. It's not just athlete to athlete, it's legacy to legacy. It's someone saying, "I see what you're going through, and I respect how you're handling it." Shedeur Sanders, for his part, has continued to respond with grace. When asked about the constant attention that comes with being Deion's son, Shedeur once said, "It's just who I am. I've always been around greatness. So I don't see it as pressure, it's preparation." That quote alone shows why players like LiAngelo admire him. Both Shedeur and LiAngelo have learned to block out noise. Whether it's critics questioning their talent or doubters bringing up their fathers every interview, both have carved out their own identities. Shedeur's leadership at Colorado continues to shine, and LiAngelo's persistence, staying ready for opportunities and staying in the gym, shows a similar mentality. In the end, this moment of mutual respect between two sons of sports icons feels bigger than football or basketball. It's a reminder that behind every viral headline and every famous last name, there's real work, real dedication, and real people proving themselves every day. LiAngelo Ball giving props to Shedeur Sanders isn't just a sports story, it's a symbol of growth, brotherhood, and legacy done right. It shows that even in a world obsessed with fame and expectations, authenticity and mutual respect still stand out. So when LiAngelo says, he knows how to play, it's more than just a compliment about Shedeur's skills, it's a salute to his mindset, his poise, and the way he's writing his own story while honoring the name that came before him. And if there's one thing both of these young men have proven, it's that being your father's son might open the door, but it's your own talent and heart that keep you inside.